Chapter 8 The First Prison. 1980. Stale air, the smell of iron and soap. A timeless cell. He didn't like to talk about how he got caught. Not out of shame, but because it was too simple. He hadn't miscalculated. He had simply gotten carried away. Money flowed like a river. Information precise, reliable from verified sources. Girls one after another. Cars more expensive each month. Schemes became too complex for ordinary people, and too noticeable for observers. He was at his peak. No longer in Istanbul, in Bodrum. With expensive watches, with a collection of books on game theory, with a personal phone for which others paid. He thought he could place a bet in any city in Turkey and win without even going there. And he was right, until he appeared on too many important lists. He was taken in the morning. Without warning. He was drinking coffee. He wore sweatpants and an old, sun-faded t-shirt. He remembered that moment vividly, as if someone had turned off the light for his entire life. They weren't looking for anything. They didn't need to find anything. The evidence came with him. The woman he shared his bed with turned out not to be a lover, but bait. From her came the phones and checks and a list of names. The prosecutor's office called it gambling fraud, conspiracy, manipulation, and forgery of documents. And he called it his own way, a bet placed on the wrong field. The trial lasted 11 days. His lawyer was weak. The judge biased. His parents didn't come. His friends disappeared. Of all those who used to line up to see him, no one came even to say goodbye. 10 years. No parole. 1980. Iron bars, cold cement, and silence. Such silence that it rang in his head. First, he didn't bet at all. In prison, bets were on other things. Who would lose a fight? Who would die before the end of the year? Who would break and surrender? He watched, learned, kept silent, and then he started again. First small. He organized card tournaments between blocks. The winner received cigarettes, soap, or sugar. Everyone participated. He, however, placed bets, always only with others, and always won. Why? Because he observed, because he knew people, and most importantly, because now he had everything he lacked on the outside: time. He read everything, from Aristotle to von Neumann. By day, chess. By night, probability. Theories. He memorized, calculated, practiced. When someone asked him why he studied so much, he replied, because when I get out, I won't just place bets. I'll break the system. In 1990, he was released. They expected him to disappear, or to start over. He, however, returned to the racetrack, calmly, without a sound. He sat in a cafe across the street and just watched and smiled. Because now he knew everything. And because now, after all the betrayals and falls, he finally understood. Prison was not a punishment. It was an academy. And he was the best student in the class. And ahead was a game he intended to win. Not just for money, but for revenge.